Okay, so we're having a look at a 50-question quiz today to test your grammar and vocabulary level in English. Some of these are pretty tricky, so you have to pay attention to the wording of some of these questions. I haven't looked at them all, but the first few that I looked at, they're very common mistakes, even with C2 level students, even with people who are really confident. These are really common things that people get wrong. So I think it is a very useful quiz. I'm going to go through it. Hopefully I'm going to get all of them right, though I'm not 100% certain I will. And hopefully I can explain why I'm choosing one answer and not another. So it sometimes gives you two possible answers, 3 or 4. And well, without further ado, let's get into it and see how well you do. If you're getting 50 out of 50 here, then you're a top level candidate. Certainly your grammar and vocab is of a very high level. So let's have a look. Number 1, it says, otherwise or unless you finish, you'll be in trouble. Right? Fairly easy one to get started. Unless you finish. If you don't finish, you will be in trouble. First conditional. Yeah, very easy. Okay, number 2. The company whose accountant was arrested last week has gone bankrupt. Now, this is actually quite a common mistake. You can use whose to refer to inanimate objects, like a company. Something that belongs to something else, we use whose. If we're talking about the car on a door, the door on a car, you could talk about the car whose door is broken. That's not a very good example. But of course, whose is correct here because the accountant works for the company. The company whose accountant was arrested last week has gone bankrupt. They have gone bankrupt in the absence of their accountant. Not sure that's my experience with accountants, that they stopped me from going bankrupt. But anyway, maybe they stopped me from going to prison. Anyway, number 3, I saw her just... everyone gets these mixed up. Another, other, the other. Right, so the expression here is the other day, right? I don't know when it was. Was it yesterday? Was it Monday? I can't remember. The other day, recently. No? Yeah, that's just an expression. So far so easy, I think. Okay, number 4. There are a couple of tricky ones coming up. This is the town... very common mistake. Look at question 4 and question 5. In one of them, we're going to have to choose one answer and in the other, the other. So the problem here is in, right? This is the town I was born in. Now, that sentence would be fine. We don't need a relative pronoun because I is the subject of the relative clause. So this is the town which I was born in. More formally would be in which I was born, right? But colloquially, we leave the prepositions at the end of sentences, much to this dismay of our ancestors. But yeah, the correct answer here is this is the town which I was born in. You don't need to say which. But where would be wrong? Where I was born in? No. But in question 5, yes, this is the town where I was born. We do need a relative pronoun there without the preposition, right? Where is necessary, always. But if you have the preposition in, it's not necessary as we have a subject of the clause and we know what we are referring to because we have the preposition. I was born in this town. This is the town I was born in, right? Okay. Let's have a look. Number 6. I'm not used to, meaning I am not accustomed to. This is, again, a problem people get wrong all the time. If we're using used to, the expression used to, in the present, it means accustomed to. It doesn't mean what we habitually do, right? So I'm not used to something. It's a noun phrase. So even though it's a verb, it's going to go in ing. I am not used to doing that, right? I'm not accustomed to doing that. 7. But for, not, unless, despite your help, I would never have managed. Right, I wouldn't have been okay without your help, essentially. I managed because you helped me. So, but for your help, I think, but for your help, I would never have managed. Yeah, so but for, relatively common expression, not one that gets taught very often, though. I have to say it does come up very frequently in the higher level exams, C1, C2 definitely. So yeah, it means, but for is an expression that means if it hadn't been for that, if that hadn't been there. So it's this is like a third conditional sentence, yeah? If this hadn't happened, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have managed if you hadn't helped me, yeah? But for your help, I would never have managed. Okay, question 8. Ooh, and we can get a 50% discount on... No, I shouldn't say that. I'm not promoting said mobile phone company. Question 8. The two brothers do look... again, really... I have a video that's been seen like 70,000 times, which is good for my channel, about like, alike, likely, dislike, all of those words. A terrible video I made years ago where I speak in Spanish. Horrible. But anyway, the two brothers look similar to each other. They look alike. Yeah, and if they don't look like each other, they look unalike, right? Yeah, they look similar to each other. That's a word that people don't know a lot of the time. Okay. No sooner, negative adverbial phrase to start a sentence. You know what's coming, people. Inversion. No sooner got there and I started they started annoying me. Right, so no sooner had I got there. Right, so as soon as I had arrived, as soon as I had got there, or no sooner had I got there, right? We use inversion when we start the sentence with a negative adverbial phrase. No sooner. So not only, things like that. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see more examples as the quiz goes on because it's a very popular one at C2 level. Oh my God, they love their inversions. They love their negative adverbials to trip everyone up. Yeah. Okay, number 10. Only when left did we notice what she had done. So this is not a negative adverbial to start. Only when did she had she. Only when she had left. So it was only after. We need to use the past perfect here because we're saying after she had left, we realised what she had done. What had she done? Oh God. I dread to think what this animal had done. Anyway, yeah. Let's have a look. Number 11. I'd rather... yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah. So after rather, we think of rather like prefer. No, so you would say I prefer to go, I prefer not to go. But the problem here is with rather, we don't have a preposition. It's a little bit like the problem with should and ought to. People forget this all the time. So it would be, I would rather not go. Yeah, it's just one of those strange verbs that does not get followed. If it is followed by another verb, it does not get the to. Okay, number 12. It's high time that you... It's a high time you... Right, okay, so this is one that people get wrong all of the time. After the expression, it is high time, we use a remnant of the subjunctive tense. There aren't many subjunctives in English, but they do come up. So, it's high time you stopped that. It's high time that you stopped that, or it's high time you stopped that. Yeah, right? So for those of you that speak Latin languages, Romance languages, you will understand, I think, why you would need a subjunctive there, right? This is the time that this should have happened, right? So it is high time that you stopped that. There are more examples. I can't really think at the moment, but yeah, it's a subjunctive tense. The company chairman was sacked last week, has called in the receivers. I think it's the same problem again. Yeah, the company whose chairman, right? Yeah, it shouldn't cause too many problems. The chairman was the chairman of the company, so the chairman who's the company whose chairman. Yeah, it's a common problem. It's a common mistake, but it really shouldn't be. Whose just shows belonging, right? So, yeah, shouldn't be too problematic. Number 14. I wish I go there on Friday. I wish I could. I wish I should. I wish I would. Now, Americans do use I wish I would. In some contexts, not here, but they'll use it in a subjunctive tense. They'll say, I wish I would live there, or something like that. No, but no, here I can't go, and I just wish that the circumstances were different. I wish I could go. Yeah, clearly. 15. If he, I won't stay. So this looks like a simple first conditional. If he come, if he came, if he comes, if he will come. Now this is a common mistake actually. If he will come, I won't stay. No, right? Just in the if clause, don't use will. Usually. But this is just a simple first conditional sentence. If he comes, I won't stay. And it does confuse people sometimes because, not so much with if, but in Romance languages again, in similar sentences, you might use a subjunctive tense there. So they think, what is it? Is it will? Is it came? Is it? No. It's a present simple statement. If this happens, this is what I will do, right? This will be the consequence. So yeah. 16. He denied... saying, to say. Right, so denied saying. Now, this is a thing that comes up all the time, and it's when we have two verbs together in a sentence. Basically, the second verb has to go into infinitive or ing. Usually. Obviously, there are exceptions like rather that we saw before. No? It's to do with a relationship in time, I find. Usually the ones that have to infinitive after it, the relationship is that the first verb necessarily happens before the second verb. I want to talk to you. I want something to happen. I want it and then I make it happen, right? But he denied saying this. So he's denying it after the fact. He denied saying it. After saying it or not saying it, we don't know if he did or not, but he denied it after the fact. No, the relationship in time is not one before the other, right? So we use the ing, right? Bit confusing. I know what I mean. Hopefully you do. 17. It says, you hurry. Yeah, you should. Right, so you should hurry. Or another way of saying it is you had better hurry, right? That's one that comes up all the time. You had better. And it's just an expression which means should. It would be better if you did that. I really think you need to do this. It's normally when I think it's necessary, when the speaker thinks something is necessary, we use it, you had better do that, right? Oh, I'd better get to work quickly, no? Because it's getting late. I wish they be quiet. They know how it annoys me. Right, this is something that is annoying me, which they've specified in the second part of the sentence after the semicolon there. What they want to emphasize here is that something is bothering me and I want it to stop. There is a situation that is occurring. I would like for that to end, right? So I wish they would be quiet, right? I wish they would be quiet. Yeah. Actually, though, I think you could say could. But we're not denying the capability to be quiet. You're hoping that they will, right? So you have some hope that this will happen. So yeah, I wish they would be quiet. This is a bad situation that I would like to stop. Would. Yeah. Bit strange, that one. Okay, number 19. She took painting after she retired. The expression, the verb, the phrasal verb that means to start doing a new activity. You should know this. She took up painting after she retired. It's a hobby that she started doing. So we say take up when it's a new activity, not something that you did before. And you're trying it out, no? And you start doing it as a hobby regularly. Okay, so question 20. She didn't let them doing to do it. Let, of course, is another verb that when it is followed by another verb, it will have an object. I let you do something. No to. So she didn't let them do it. Yeah. Very common to see that mistake. Let and tell. No, not tell. What's the other one? Well, there's a few. Help. You can help someone to do something or help someone do something. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Let somebody do something, or I can't remember the other one. There's another one. They always put them together. Leave it in the comments if you can remember it. Anyway. They weren't allowed to do it because she didn't let them do it, right? Allow does get followed by to. In this case, it's a passive sentence, but we could have said in question 20, she didn't allow them to do it. But with let, there's no preposition, there's no to. Okay, number 22, we're coming up to the halfway point here. By the time I reached, everyone had left. So reach, another one that needs no preposition. What do we call these? Like transitive verbs, direct object, no preposition. We've got the object. You have to reach something, right? Or you reach for an object, but reach when it means to arrive at a place is just the place. By the time I reached the party, everyone had left, right? God, I have to say sentences like that so often in my classes just to explain past perfect. I'm like, no, you got there, you were annoyed because everyone had dinner, and everyone goes, had? What are you talking? Is that a typo? Is that an error? No, it's not an error. Think. Have has two meanings. Oh, God. Anyway, 23. Hurry up. The taxi's to arrive. On the verge of arriving, you could say. But no, the taxi is about to arrive. Yeah, I think you should know that one, really. It's about to arrive. It's very close, right? 24. You be better off taking the train, right? To be better off means that you're in a better situation, right? It can even mean that you have more money than someone else. He is better off than me means that he has more money. So here, yeah, you would be better off, no? If you would be better off taking the train, it would be a better idea for you to take the train, yeah? And notice you would be better off doing this, right? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. That's a fairly simple one, I think. 25. Here we are, halfway point. This is the first time I to her. Right, yeah, this is, again, is a problematic one. Just because of the problems with present perfect in other languages. And even within English, Americans might say, this is the first time I spoke to her. I think grammatically correct here, it would have to be, this is the first time I have spoken to. So all of my life has gone by. Up to this point in time, this is the first time I have done this. At no point in my life up to now have I done this. So this is the first time I have spoken to her. Present perfect. Always with the first time. Never, ever. When we're talking about what we have done in our lives up to now, have. Present perfect. Okay. 26. Anyone came. Almost anyone came. Anyone, people think it's negative. No. Anyone goes when we already have a negative adverbial, or the sentence itself is negative. So hardly means almost nobody, right? Hardly, like almost no people came. So hardly anyone came, right? Almost no one came, you could say, but hardly anyone, okay? Common mistakes, these. 27. Do you, in his story? Right, so when you believe in something, it's that you have faith in it. So I can understand the confusion, but you believe in God. But a story, no, you just believe it or you don't believe it. Okay, so do you believe his story? Yeah, which is strange because really I should believe him and believe in his story. But no, when you believe in something, you have faith that it will, if I believe in you, it's like I think you're capable of doing well. I think, you've got your exam tomorrow and I say, I believe in you. Sure, you're going to pass. Like I have to say to everyone. 28. The negative of noble is... I think I know this. Yes. Yeah, okay. That's... they're going to get hard from here. Yeah, it's ignoble. The negative of noble is ignoble. Yes, it's not disnoble, unnoble, or... Oh my God, I don't know. Ignoble. Ignoble's definitely a word. I think it's the negative of noble, isn't it? Or is it... Does it have a different meaning, ignoble? Ignoble is definitely a word. I'm going to have to think about this one. I don't think I would ever say unnoble, would I? And ignoble is just there to try and confuse me because of ignoble, I think. I'm going to go with ignoble. That's the first one I've doubted about. I think so far. I think so far so good. So if I've got one wrong, shoot me. The adverb from public is publicly or publicly. They would be pronounced the same, but no, it's making me doubt. No, it's publicly. It's the first one. I think. Oh my God, this is making me suffer. Yeah. Publicly. It's the first one. Yeah. I doubt that she'll be... Oh, I said it. I doubt if she will be there. I doubt that she will be there. I doubt that this will be the case. Yeah, so I doubt that she'll be there. No? God, this is starting to make me doubt now. It's getting harder. I doubt if she'll be there. I think people say that. I doubt if she'll be there. But I don't think that's right, surely. I doubt that she will be there. I doubt that something will be... Yeah, why am I doubting myself? Yeah, God. Oh my God. 31. They made us to feel... make. That was the other one. Make and let. When you make somebody do something. Yes, they made us feel welcome. So I make you do something or I let you do something, not to do. Right. So they made us feel welcome. There's the other one. There's the word I was trying to think of. Make and let. Okay, 32. Let's go. Let's go tonight. Will we? No, well, will we is a question. I'm recommending it. I'm saying let's do it. I'm suggesting, hey, there's a party. We've been invited. Let's just go. Let's go, shall we? Shall we? Don't you think that's a good idea? Agree with me? Shall we? Shall is a strange word, isn't it? Okay, she fell asleep, sleeping. She fell into a state of being asleep. Yeah. She was asleep, so she fell asleep. No? You start to feel sleepy, you are sleeping, but you fall asleep. Yeah, quite a common mistake. 34. Matter of fact, I did finish it on time. Well, for your information, FYI, as a matter of fact, yeah, just an expression, like for your information. As a matter of fact, you might be surprised by this, but I did finish it on time, so there you go. Okay, 35, we are slowly getting towards the 50th question, and I don't think I've made any mistakes. How old is he? I'm not sure, but he is getting on a bit now. I'm not sure, but he is getting in a bit now. Aha. So when you're getting old, we say you are getting on. Get on, that's got a lot of meanings. You know, it means that you can be doing well at something. Oh, I'm getting on. I'm managing. I'm getting on well. I get on well with him. I don't get on well with him means I have a good relationship with that person. When you are getting on, intransitive verbal expression, phrasal verb, then, yeah, you're just getting old. How old is he? I don't know, but he's getting on. He must be 50 if he's a day. 36. Thanks for your, well, noun. So thanks for your encouragement, no? No doubts there. I don't know why she did it, has done it. Either could be used here. Yeah, I was doubting. I don't know why she did it. I don't know why she has done it. Well, without more context, I don't know. I've got to say either, no? I don't know why she has done it. So we could be looking at the consequences of something that this crazy woman has done and say, I just don't know why she has done this. I don't know why she did that yesterday. I think both are fine. I think the first time I have met her, was at my brother's wedding. Now, one thing is I'm saying this is the first time I have done something, so I'm suggesting that up to now, this is the first time that this has happened in my life. That's different. In 38, we're saying that happened in the past. So the first time I met her was then. At that time, I met her at my brother's wedding, so it's past simple. Have met would be incorrect. Okay, 39. It's time we... Again, here we've got an expression where we need a subjunctive tense, right? So we say, it's time we... Well, not need. Maybe it's time we leave. Could we say leave? It's time we left. It's time we leave. It's time we leave. It's time we go. It's time we work. No, it's time. We could say it's time to leave. It's time we leave? No, it's time we left. It's time we left. Definitely it's time we left is right. It's time we leave. I don't know. Maybe both could work. I don't know. I'm doubting that. But definitely it's time we left is correct. So if it's not left, then it's either. But I think I would say it's time we left. It's time for us to go. Maybe, I'm doubting that one. Number 40. She had her dog put sleep because it had a malignant tumour. Yeah, we're a bit prudish sometimes in England, and when we kill our dogs at the vets, we're putting them out of their misery, and it's a nice expression. We say, put to sleep. And they have tried to confuse you here, the scoundrels, because another way of saying put to sleep is put down, but you don't say put down sleep. So she had her dog put down because it had a malignant tumour, but no, she had her dog put to sleep. Put through sleep makes it sound like sleep is a suffering, torturous experience. No, she had her dog put to sleep, yeah, because it had cancer. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look. 41. They were in such trouble, so much trouble. Either could be used here. They were in such trouble. They were in so much trouble. You're going to be in such trouble. You're going to be in so much trouble. I think both are fine. Yeah. Yeah, both are correct. 42. The government was anxious about the results of the official... Oh, no! Inquiry. Oh, is this an American or an English website? .com, probably American. Oh, God, I don't know. I think it's an inquiry. All right, because it's like an investigation into something. An enquiry, I think, is when I'm making... I want some information, right? So I make an inquiry. An inquiry is an official investigation into something that happened. So the government was anxious about the results of the inquiry or the inquiry. I think it's in American English, though, that they use both. Or UK English, I can't remember. One of the two says both are acceptable. I would say inquiry here. And I would use enquiry as a solicitude of information. Yeah, I think so. All right, 43. I don't know how I'd have got it without your support. Got through it, got over it. Both are correct. Get over, to get past something, or to get through it, to go through the experience, right? So both could be used here. Slightly different in meaning. Get over it means that it stopped. To get over something means that it stops affecting you emotionally, essentially. And to get through it is to suffer it and come out the other side, not dead, basically. But both would be correct here. Okay, 44. Oh, God. 10 minutes to do the test. It took him only 10 minutes. It only took him 10 minutes. Both would be correct. Both would be correct. It was quite better than I was expecting it to be. No, we've got a comparative adjective, better. It was quite a bit better, you could say. Quite would go with just a normal adjective. It was quite good. It was quite a lot better. You could use it with an adverbial phrase afterwards. Quite a lot better. No, but quite has to be followed by an adjective. Rather can be followed by a comparative adjective. rather, considerably, because rather can be an adverb or well, of course, quite is an adverb. What am I talking about? Yeah. So quite can be like a quantifier, I guess, can't it? So it can be sort of to what extent. It can mean a little, fairly. Rather can mean also sort of considerably. So it can go with more. Anyway, the answer is rather. It was rather better than I was expecting it to be. Yeah. I enjoyed meeting them. I quite enjoyed, rather enjoyed meeting them. Either could be used there, right? So I quite enjoyed it. Now, quite here and rather would both mean to a considerable extent, right? So they're both sort of, they're both adverbs saying to what extent we enjoyed the meeting. I quite enjoyed it. I rather enjoyed it. Like, considerably so. No? Yeah. Okay. So either could be used. All right, 47. She went to become a minister. Ah, yes, this is a very common mistake, actually, with go on to do something. So she went on to become a minister. And so go on is one of those, I guess, phrasal verbs, yes, that can be used, that can be followed by a verb in ing or a verb in infinitive, but it changes the meaning. So if you go on doing something, it means that you continue to do it. But in this case, it means that after whatever she was doing, she went on to become a prime minister, right? So, for example, he carried on doing his homework, and when he was and then later he went on to meet up with his friends. He went on to pass the test. He carried on doing his homework all year religiously, and he went on to pass all of his exams. He went on doing his homework. He did his homework that day, and he went on doing his homework every day during the entire semester. And he went on to pass all of his exams. I tired of doing it to do it. Doing it. I tired doing it. I think the best one there would be, I got bored of doing that. So I tired of doing it. I tired of doing it. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, 49. 2 more and we've finished. And I think I've got them all right. I really do. There's a couple, but we'll see. 49. They have yet to the details of the plan. End the details of the plan. End them. We're not trying to end them. No, we're not trying to bring them to an end. No, we're trying to perfect them, to complete them. No, we're trying to finalize. They have yet to finalize. They still haven't finalized the details of the plans of the plan. And number 50, I spent 20 minutes the test, do the test, to do the test, doing the test. I spent 20 minutes doing something, right? Grade me. Oh, tweet to check your score. Oh, to share your score. Congratulations. You got 100% correct. I don't know if anyone can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see it. 100%. What a genius. How well did you do? Do you have any doubts about any of the questions there? I know I have. I'll see you in the next one. We're finished for today, I think. Goodbye.